What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So if you watched the last video, you know that I finally finished this bike up, and that was 2 weeks ago. I didn't do a video last week. I had every intention to, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out, and it was nice to have a little break. But moving forward, instead of posting videos on Sundays, I'm actually going to start posting videos on Mondays. It seems to work a little bit better for me as far as editing videos and just having more time on the weekends to get things done. So I often feel like I'm kind of rushed to get something out for you guys. So yeah, we're going to end up, oh, big bump. We're going to end up moving that to Mondays moving forward. So this video you guys are watching on a Monday. Yeah, so I've been out riding around on TURDBOMB, well, TURDBOMB 2.0, I guess, for about 2 weeks now. And so those of you who've been around for a while know that when I originally built the Sportster, I set out to ride it all the way to California. I made it almost to Oklahoma, and the bike blew up. So it has set for the last 6 months, and this is actually a completely different bike. What I ended up doing was I purchased a wrecked Sportster, and I transferred over the swing arm and brakes and everything else from TURDBOMB to the Sportster, and that's what I have here. So took 2 busted bikes and made 1 good one. Now, what are my goals with this bike? Obviously I'm going to ride it and enjoy it. Right now I've just been putting it through its paces, just trying to make sure it's a bit more reliable than TURDBOMB was. So the failure with TURDBOMB was, it was a crap build. I bought somebody else's project. The only thing I didn't build on that bike was the engine, and sure enough, the engine's what blew up on it. And when I tore that engine down, I found that they were using stock ignition on flat top pistons with 883 heads. So we were running something like 11.5 to 1 compression on stock ignition timing. That bike was literally a time bomb. So this bike is a factory 883 that has a 1200 kit on it as well. So I'm hoping this bike's a better build. I believe a dealership installed this 1200 kit though, so I've got a little bit more faith in it. But I'm going to continue to ride it around and make sure it's good and reliable before I just blindly trust it. So before I set out to ride cross country, because that is still a goal of mine, is to ride a Sportster cross country. And everybody's always asking, they're like, why do you want to ride a Sportster cross country? And honestly, why not? I mean, it's an adventure. It's getting out and doing something that not a whole lot of people can say they've done. So that is my goal, is to ride a Sportster cross country. But before I do that, I think maybe I was swinging for the fences trying to do it without ever really doing any traveling on a Sportster. I think the furthest to that point I've ever rode a Sportster was about a 2-hour trip with my brother a couple years ago. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe take a 3-day trip down to the Gulf, down to Mississippi. Who knows, maybe while I'm down there I could randomly run into Saddle Tramp. That'd be pretty awesome, being that he's the one who has inspired me to want to ride a Sportster cross country. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what all the future is going to have for this bike. So I do have some goals. The original TURDBOMB It's a perfectly good frame I have sitting up at my shop. It's on a clean title. I would like to build a hardtail out of it, but I'm not gonna lie. If someone came along and said, hey man, I'll give you $700-800 for that frame, I'd let it go. But I'm seriously considering doing a hardtail out of it. The problem is that I don't have an engine for that. I still have the engine from it that I tore down, but there's so much damage to that engine. What it would cost me to fix it, I could buy another used engine. So it would cost me in the neighborhood of $1,500 to fix what was done to that engine, and I could buy another one on eBay for about $1,500. Factor in all the other stuff to hardtail it, we're easily talking, depending on how nice I want to go with it, anywhere from a $3,000 to $5,000 build to really get that thing as a nice hardtail. Because I don't have any forks for it. Its forks are on this bike. I don't have an engine for it. The hardtail kit alone is going to be $350, and that's not counting all the other things I'm going to have to do to it. I don't have any wheels for it. The wheels that were on this bike were damaged, so this has TURDBOMB's wheels. So literally the only stuff that is on this bike that came with it is the frame and the engine. So I have no idea where I'm at, but yeah, I'm just out cruising. I don't know if you guys ever do that. I would assume you do. So sometimes I'll just turn down a road I've never been down and be like, yeah, let's go check that out. There are still a few things on this bike I'd like to change. This fairing, I've got this little fairing. It helps. It takes a lot of the air off my chest, and yeah, it's nice. But I'm thinking about getting something a little taller, maybe like the Burley fairing, and I was in third gear there, not first. No, but I'm thinking about maybe going with the Burley fairing. It is quite a bit taller. It'll keep more air off of me. And I do have a highway bar for this bike. I put it on for my California trip. I may put it back on here. I know if I'm going to do a long distance trip, I will put it back on, just because like I need somewhere to be able to get my feet up. So I really don't see any issues comfort-wise traveling on this bike. I do have a Saddleman seat. I've got the Saddleman step-up. I like that seat. I really don't want to travel long distance on it, though, because it is a narrow seat. On my Indian, I have a Saddleman road sofa. Absolutely love that seat. I love Saddleman seats. They're comfortable, they're stylish. But with how narrow that step-up is, I just don't want to spend 6 or 7 hours a day, if not more, on it with that seat. So I've got this like Harley touring seat for a Sportster on here. It's a pretty meaty seat, so I enjoy it. It seems to be pretty comfortable, but it's a grandpa seat. When you look at it, it's not stylish by any idea, but well guys, I guess that's going to effectively end this video. I appreciate you watching. I love each and every one of you. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead, bang that subscribe button, leave a comment, follow us on social media. There's links to all that in the description box below, and I will see you guys next week. I'm out of here.